Okay, so I'm Shane Jonas from ETC Dev, and so we did like an overview of all the stuff before, but I'm just going to walk you through on my computer on how to get something running and like interact with it, and yeah, hopefully answer a bunch of everybody's questions. So first thing you want to do is go to docs.etcdevteam.com, and we have some great docs here. And I would go to the Emerald SDK one and getting started. That looks good. And so if you don't have Homebrew installed, I would install that first. And also Nodemv, because everyone knows Node is really fun to deal with permissions issues with, especially like globally installing stuff. So I would also recommend to install that right after, and then that would give you like a nice clean Node environment. And then just so happens recently with Mojave, for some reason we need libgcrypt, so just make sure you have that installed too. Anyway, after all that fun stuff, you can npm install G, the Emerald CLI, and I have it installed, but the idea is as soon you got it installed, you copy and paste it in and it will install it, but just so happens I already have it. There we go, and we'll do one of these guys. That looks good. So yeah, this is what the Emerald CLI looks like. It has new, it has Vault, it has the test RPC, wallet, explore, compile, and deploy. So I'll just go through them. So first thing I would probably want to do is just make a new directory, go in there, my new project, and then Emerald new in here. It's going to create a whole new project for me that looks like this. Looks like this. Not much in it. It has 2 contracts, has some migrations, and it has like an app in there as well. So I'll show you what that would actually look like, and I'll just swap over to one that I already like npm installed in, so that I don't have to like subject you guys to npm installs. So yeah, this is just running npm start and stuff after you've installed. But also you would run compile as well. I've already done that here. So you would run compile, and then after it's compiled, you would run deploy, and it would deploy everything for you. But I've already done that, so you don't have to wait for any of that stuff. And then you would just run npm start, and what this is going to do is boot the starter kit with it's like Stevan already pointed out, it's a basic to-do app on the blockchain, and we did that because it shows some basic CRUD, and you can basically pretty much make anything. So yeah, this is what the default starter kit would look like. And to interact with it, what it does behind the scenes is, I don't know if anybody can see at the bottom there, it's kind of small, but I'm hovering over the send transaction here, and what the thing actually does is it's going to hit up the wallet, but how it's going to do that is it's going to make a custom protocol call, and the Emerald wallet already, even though I say I just installed Emerald, it actually will still already register itself with the OS and start catching these URLs. So if I just do test and I hit the button, it's going to ask, like Firefox is going to ask me, hey, like Emerald wallet handles this link. Are you sure you want to do that? I mean, like later you can hit remember if you want, but now it's going to open the wallet to the transaction page, and it's going to tell me what I'm about to sign. So I'm going to sign something that's calling add to do to this contract, and this is the parameters. So the method is to do text, and the type is to do text, and the actual string is test. And I already have the test RPC booted here that Stevan showed before. And I already have the vault running, which holds all of my keys. So if I type in the password here and send it, I can go back to the app, and the app already knows when a block happens, and it shows me my to-do right there. And to interact with it further, like say I want to complete this to-do, it would go through the same kind of process again. So okay. That's also a URL that it's opening that Emerald Wallet takes, and then you do it. And this is a different method. It's called toggle to do at index, and it's the only one in there. So I would sign it again, and like it completed it there all by itself. And then I'll just go through here, do the whole fandangler again for when I clicked delete. Sign it again, and just watch it like kind of disappear there. So that is going through it. And like say if I had different accounts, you could this also knows Emerald Vault, so it can show you what accounts you have, and if you wanted to use maybe Gas Tracker or Morden on Gas Tracker, Morden on Testnet, any of that you can do in here as well. And so all of the stuff that we're looking at here in the starter kit, these are all like components that are all part of Emerald JS UI, and that is just like a React UI toolkit that we've made. And it also has declarative fetching for being able to figure out actual data from the chain. Yeah. So is there any questions? Yes.
So you were saying that you don't like Web3. So is there any Web3 running right now?
No, this is not using Web3 at all. It's just using, we have an alternative library that we use for JSON RPC requests, which is just a thin layer on top of JSON RPC. It's not based on Web3 at all, yeah.
Just out of curiosity too, do you think that this sort of model, like this non-Web3 style, will be able to be moved to other blockchains besides just ethereum-classic?
Yeah, I think like one example of that right now is, I know like BitPay's desktop wallet and stuff uses something similar, and I know that MetaMask is also going towards like they've been playing around with an idea similar to this, but instead of using the protocol URLs, they're using like window.open to an existing website that you would store your keys on that website. So that's another way to do it. I like the protocol layer here because it's agnostic of everything. Like MetaMask could use that if they wanted, or you can make your own wallet that would do it. You could make your own native wallet. And this would also work in web because Chrome, Firefox, and other browsers actually have an API, so your website can actually be the interceptor for these custom protocols. So you could go to like another website, you hit it, and it's like, hey, I want to be the interceptor for Ethereum : / and then all of those will get routed to your website instead of, say, Emerald Wallet or something. So I believe it gives that like interoperability that you may not get with, say, like injecting Web3 or something like that, right? Yeah. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Yes, in the back there.
I don't like developing React. I like Vue. So how difficult would it be for someone to translate the React components into Vue or Angular or whatever someone else does?
So for the for like the Web3 replacement, that's all in just like plain JavaScript, but the UI components, something we've been thinking a lot about lately. And I mean, as of today, I don't have a solution for you, but something we're looking into is there's a library called Stencil, and that's made by the Ionic guys. And what that does is it's like a layer. It's like you build the components a specific way, and what they'll do is compile it for Angular, compile it for React, compile it for like just generic web components, and also Vue, like you were saying. So that might be something that like we've been thinking pretty hard about. But yeah, I think in all of those frameworks, they would benefit from the declarative fetching that you saw up there, where you're using a component to do the fetching instead of, say, having to do it implicitly somewhere else other than, your hierarchy, basically. So, yeah. So yeah, it's in the works, but. Yeah. Great, yeah. So good to see some good feedback there, yeah. Any other questions? Okay. You guys can, if you have any questions or comments or anything like that, or discussions, say, around Stencil and that kind of stuff, you can find us on Gitter for ETC Dev Team, and that's where we kind of hang out and ask questions or answer questions. Well, we probably ask a lot of questions too, but and also the Discord for ethereum-classic is a good place that we like to hang out too. So yeah, thanks guys.